Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Neroli, your host here at Broomstick Fairy. Now guys, this is a brand spanking new channel and I'm hoping that we can become very good acquaintances or friends, what have you. And in addition to doing the tarot readings, I want you to know that I also have an Etsy shop. And the Etsy shop name is Broomstick Fairy with a capital F in between the broom and the fairy. And at the moment, I'm selling majority of women's clothes, but fellas, do not give up on me. Not yet anyways, because very soon I will be accumulating more and more men's into my collection. And also guys, I want you to know that if you're not too familiar with horoscopes or astrology or tarot, that you must check your moon and your rising signs, because those have a major influence on our personalities. Alright? Because just in case you're listening to this or you're watching this and you're thinking, I don't know, that doesn't really gel, what you smell. Or in other words, if you're thinking that doesn't really resonate with you, or you're feeling like it's not in tune with you on your essence, it's because you need to check that. Also, it could mean that you need a private reading, because guys, these readings are quite general and I have to reach millions or thousands of you with the same zodiac sign as yours, alright? So I'm not going to hit the nail on every single time in these general readings. So the best way is to book a private one. And you can do that through my Etsy shop, or you can do it through broomstickfairy@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome to Broomstick Fairy. Hola, you fascinating Geminis. This reading is for August 2016. I know it's mid-month that I'm delivering this, but in my mind and during the meditation I had for the full of August, okay? So I hope that you guys can take what serves you or what aligns with you, and what doesn't, just refuse it and keep it moving. Alright? Now, the messages for Geminis came in true Gemini form, okay? And by that way, I just mean they just came in so sporadically, so spontaneous, and so erratic and all over the place, yeah. And trust me, I mean no harm by that, because Geminis, you have so much influence on my personality, because I have double Geminis. I have Gemini moon and Gemini rising. So I know how you motherfuckers are, alright? You are the most taken of my life, partially. But so yes, I definitely know a thing or two about the Gemini energy. So yes, the messages came in true Gemini form, very sporadic. So for this particular reading, even though I've done the cross and triangle spread, a double round of cross and triangle spread, because I have two rows. I'm just gonna read them sporadically, because there's so many different messages jumping out. Like I said, I cannot stress enough how much the messages came through in definite Gemini form. So I'm gonna deliver them the same way. So it's only right. So by that way, I just mean I'm not gonna go in the same. Those of you who are familiar with tarot, I'm not gonna go coordinately in the way you're supposed to read in the places of the cross and triangle spread. I'm just gonna read them as they pop out. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're mending your heart. Your heart is healing. Right now you have unconditional love, or you're overflowing with emotions of some sort, or maybe someone is there to offer you love, or someone there is kind of like a healer around you. Some of you, I feel like for some of you might have undergone some sort of surgery. Now I know this is only going to be or plastic surgery or healing surgery or recovery medical surgery. Now I know this is only going to be a minority of you all, because not everyone is going to undergo surgery this month, but it's definitely screaming out to me with some of the cards that some of you are maybe you are just recovering from some sort of surgery, some sort of healing, and you have people around you that are miraculous healers, or the magician and the queen of cups. I feel like there is like someone who is conjuring up some remedies for you to help you, to assist you and aid you into getting better. And I feel like some of you may be artists. Maybe some of you have to undergo some sort of plastic surgery because you are an artist or a model, or you're in the creative industries of some sort, or the fashion industries, and you feel like you had to do it. You had to beautify your appearance of some sense. Maybe because I feel like maybe you felt like you had to get back. You had to
be recognized a little bit more for your appearance, and maybe that's why you underwent some sort of surgery. Some of you Geminis out there. I'm not so sure if, and I feel like for those of you who have done that, maybe you have been isolating yourself a bit from the world, um, because of this. You feel like you have to defend your beliefs some way somehow to someone, or you feel like now that you have one up on someone, uh, and you feel like you have what it takes now to, I guess, pursue that sort of career after undergoing this sort of surgery. But there's healing energy around you, so maybe you have, someone around you, a male or female, that is, nursing you into good health, or helping you to feel better about yourself. Maybe they're conjuring up all these remedies and all of these, cures to help make you feel better. Yeah. And also, I feel like for some of you who have undergone some sort of surgery, whether medical or whether, cosmetic, I feel like you feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your art. And maybe, I'm not so sure if you right now, if you're feeling like it maybe have been the best of choice for you. You may be feeling like it's like maybe having a little bit of inner conflict within yourself because you're not really feeling like yourself right now. You feel because you have the Queen of Swords in reverse, um, down here in your advice position, and then you have the, inner conflict or the competition, or friendly competition card, the Five of Wands, here, and the Five of Wands represent fire, represent, action, represent taking charge and charging ahead, and the Queen of Swords, that I feel like is you, and because the swords represent, the Libras, the Geminis, and the Aquarius, and all the air signs in the zodiac, but you have it in reverse. So I feel like you're feeling out of your element, or maybe too much in your element. Maybe being too much of an analytical bitch, and you may be too direct, and you may be too discerning and too controlling over people, or you may be too, harsh with your words. I don't know, with some sort of competition or something, or you may be having an inner conflict with yourself because of something that you did. And in this case, you're feeling very, um, it's kind of like harassment of some sort, or maybe you're harassing someone or someone's harassing you. And, I feel like you're not feeling at home with someone in your life. Um, with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I also feel like you're feeling at a loss of something, or feeling like a martyr of something, like you're just going along with something just to go along with something. And I also feel like you're isolating. Some of you are isolating yourself a bit from the world, um, quite upsettingly and quite bondingly, like like because you have the Devil and the Hermit over here, and then you have the Star and the Pentacles over here. So I feel like some of you may be battling with, facing the world and sharing your talents with the world, or sharing your new, talents or your newfound skills that you have underneath your belt. You're battling with, should you share the world? Should you share it with the world, or should you not? I think some of you may feel like, you still want to repress, and still want to be isolated, and still want to have that loner quality to you, and, it's very detrimental to your health because the Devil and the Hermit, you're staying very isolated, and you're self-limiting yourself, you're self-bondaging yourself and limiting yourself from expanding yourself, because in opposition you have the Star, which is hope, which is dreams, and which is, a bright sense of the future, which is believing in your talents and stuff like that. And then you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe this Page of Pentacles in reverse, if it doesn't mean cosmetic surgery, or doesn't mean getting recognition for your physical appearance, this can mean that you want to go and, study, or you want to, further your craft, or further develop your craft with some sort of study. But there is something holding you back. You feel you're having some sort of unbelief in yourself. You're feeling like, you you're feeling like you have to, hold back yourself, or you're doubting your abilities, um, or like you're you're um you're feeling unconfident in your work, and a bit. Some of you may be feeling slightly a bit unconfident in your work, and slightly, you're feeling very social conscious, having some social anxiety. you're dreaming about success and all of this, but it's like it's two sides of the coin, very Gemini like, very extreme ends of the coin, very duality, and some of the duality is, or some of the opposing is opposing each other, like your beliefs. Like part of you is having like this social anxiety and dreaming up all this success or whatever. With this world reverse, I feel like you're having some like social anxieties about your talents or about executing them into the world in some way and somehow. But part of you wants to, move on. And also with these 6 of Cups in reverse and this 3 of Wands in reverse, I feel like you need to, there is some sort of delays going on, and you need to focus. You need to be more aware of where you're focusing your energies, because with this 3 of Wands in reverse, it's saying that maybe you're putting your energy or your focus into the wrong things, and it's causing a bit of delay or a bit of stir or a bit of stifling your energy. Like, so instead of being like the wand like energy, like the enterprise and being enterprise and then joining forces with people and collaborating with people, you're doing the opposite of that. And maybe you're joining forces with the wrong people, or maybe you're just not joining forces with people at all because you're too worried about isolation. And it's a bit of delays with this 6 of Cups in reverse. Cups represent emotions in the tarot deck. It represents the water signs such as Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And maybe some old childhood memories is creeping up with you and stifling you from going forward with something that you believe in now. And and I feel like you have a decision to make. I feel like you also have the Fool reverse over here in your practical, in your everyday life and tangible things. You have the Fool reverse, so I feel like you're being very stagnant or blocked energy, like something is not flowing through like as it should. Especially with this 2 of Wands here, you have these 2 of Wands here, and I feel like the 2 of Wands is showing you. The 2 of Wands is about you realizing that you're capable of so much more. You know that you can do more, and you know that you have options, and you know that you have choices and chances. Maybe you have an option or a choice that you have to make, and you're not really making it right now because you're being quite stagnant or stifled, or something is blocking that choice, or maybe the unbelief in yourself is blocking the choice. And also for some of you are some of you are trying to start a new business venture, or you want to show your talents, or to show you have a new love interest because you have this Knight of Cups here, or you have a new business adventure that you want to get involved in, but maybe there's something that's blocking the new love interest. Perhaps maybe you have 2 people in question, whether you're a male or female. Maybe you have more than one person that is interested, and you have more than one person that is showing you love or offering you love. For some of you, because we have the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, and we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is all about overflowing love and abundance, a new creative idea, new creative opportunities, or new love interests, or the birth of something new, or the birth of a baby, or something like that. So some of you perhaps maybe battling with having an old love come back with this 6 of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Knight of Cups. In your spiritual influence, you have the Knight of Cups, and then in between the Knight of Cups, you have the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords is all about having one up on someone, or being very spiteful, and feeling like you have something to prove, or feeling like, yeah, I'll show you, like, or I won, ha ha ha. Like, it's a very negative card, and you have the 5 of Swords. And the Swords in the tarot deck represents you guys, represents the air qualities, represents communication, represents talks, and this kind of talk is not necessarily a fruitful one, or it's just always about I'll show you. It's like tough, it's really, really, really high in competition and really, really high in spitefulness. And with it being in the middle, or in between the King of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed, I feel like maybe there is someone offering you new love, and then there is an ex, or maybe they're not an ex, maybe there's your current partner is still in the picture, and then I feel like maybe this is depicting that they are battling with each other to see which one is going to win your love, Gemini. This is not for all of you, this is going to be for some of you. I must just deliver the messages that Spirit has that comes into my head, because like I said in the beginning of the videos, this is a general reading, so I have to just dish out all the possibilities. So yeah, some of you may be battling with a past love, and some of them may be vying for your time and trying to wine and dine you, and trying to see which one is the best choice for yourself. And some of you, you're just feeling very low and depleted in energy, and you're feeling not at home with someone, with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Magician. Or I feel like maybe someone or maybe you may be feeling like you have everything it takes, but to be a successful artist, but maybe you need the right finances, because it feels like, I feel like you whatever you are stressing about, Gemini, I feel like the truth is that right now it may seem like you're not getting the recognition that you need, but you will do so. You just need to alter your perceptions a bit and just have a little bit more time, and just be a little bit more positive about that. Because some of you with this Ace of Pentacles, and then this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Seven of Wands here in your emotions, I feel like some of you are feeling like what you're fighting for, you're not gonna get. Like, I feel like you're fighting for your rights, or you're fighting for your beliefs, or fighting for your talents. Or some of you may feel like you're ready to be a teacher of some sort, maybe an art teacher, or maybe a motivational speaker, but there's something getting in the way of that. Or maybe you're feeling like right now you're not getting the recognition you need, or the finances is not coming, or you're feeling like you're investing your time and your money, but you're not getting the money back. But I feel like the money is going to come back to you. You just need to be a little bit more patient, and just watch where you're focusing your time, and watch where you're focusing your energies. Yeah. A lot of you are sacrificing for your love, or sacrificing for your art, or sacrificing for your career, or maybe you just finished a course or something, and now you want to get into work, get into a newfound work for this career, but you feel like you're not getting any job offers, or you feel like you're feeling like maybe it was a waste of time. But I just feel like, hold on, Gemini, because it's not a waste of time. You will get the recognition. Just listen to your intuition, not necessarily your thoughts all the time, okay? Because there is a big distinctive difference between the two. And I asked what was the overall message for you guys, and they got this world in reverse. So yeah, I just feel like you're feeling like something is a little bit incomplete right now. You're feeling like maybe you don't have all the tasks and all the qualities to manifest your dreams into reality, but you do, because you have the Magician here, and you have the Queen of Cups, and this is someone who can miraculously bring together potions, or some wonderful artist and successful artist, or someone who is wonderful at conjuring up and fixing things and making things right and beautiful. And it's just going to be a bit of a delay right now, okay? But I definitely see that there is love surrounding you, definitely, and maybe even a competition of love between two lovers to see who can get you. And I also see that you're focused on, some of you are focused on your career, but you may have a little bit of inner conflict regarding your career, or maybe a little bit of inner doubt, like feeling like you can't do something, okay? Maybe one of these new offers of love, maybe someone is a bachelor or a salesman, or someone who knows how to get the job done. And they're very loving, very giving to you. Maybe they may be helping you with finances, and they may be down, as you may be down and out right now. Maybe like a guardian angel of some sort. So yeah, I think that's the message I'm got for you guys. Let's see if okay, let's get into the oracles. I also just want you guys to know that my style of reading, my style of doing the readings is that I shuffle each and every card. I believe that every single card that pops out is a message from divine spirit, and that's what they want you to know. Like, see how that shuffled out? So each single card that lay there, I did not pick them, pull them myself. Very seldomly I do that technique. Even though they're all divine and they're all messages from the divine, I just feel more and I gravitate more towards this. So I feel like whatever messages pop out is what spirit wants you to know, okay? And overall, summarizing in all these different positions, if I read it the traditional way with the cross and the cross and triangles, but I have to say that in the position of your like the situation that surrounds you now, the core of this reading, I feel like you are recovering from a broken heart, and there is love surrounding you. There is a cup overflowing of emotions, or there is a new birth of a new love, or a new endeavor, a new creative project, or a birth of a child, or some of you may have had some sort of surgery, as I said. And then in your thought process, you have the Magician and the Queen of Cups. And the Magician and the Queen of Cups this talks of a successful artist. Maybe you're focusing on being a successful artist, and or maybe someone is there helping you to nurture you back to health. And then also in your emotions, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which also talks of failed businesses or someone acting as a martyr, or something to do with the past has crept up into your future, which is why you're not getting success right now in the present. And with the period with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like you're expecting to get money from this new endeavor or some new investment that you have just planted, or that you have just directed your time and your resources towards. But I feel like the money is coming in very slowly and not as quickly as you like, and therefore you're quite on the defensive of your beliefs, and you're not really feeling like you can lead the pack like you normally would feel with the Seven of Wands. Wands is fire, drive, passion, action. Fire, like take on those qualities of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And then also in your spiritual influences, you have the Knight of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this is your need to, or someone's need to, someone is trying to compare for your attention or compare for your time, or your need to have one up on someone, or to show someone that you can do it. Or maybe you're feeling like you can't, you're feeling like you don't have what it takes to sustain this business or this new business you have just started, because the King of Pentacles is in reverse, and the King of Pentacles upright is someone with the Midas touch, and someone who anything that he touches turns to gold. So if this is not representing somebody else, it's representing you. You're feeling like you don't have those leadership qualities, and in the reverse, you're just feeling like, I don't know if I can do this, and you're feeling like you're not grounded, or you're not stable, or you don't have all the resources that you need to have this perfect job, or to have this perfect business, so you're feeling like you're just constantly feeling like you need to prove stuff to people, or you need to show your work to people, and that's why maybe you're offering your services. And then in what's manifesting from the spiritual influence is what's coming into fruition into your life, what's actually practical, tangible, what you can see, feel, hear, sense, and you have the Fool in reverse and the Two of Wands. So you are stagnant into making a decision, or you are stagnant into going, or you are stagnant or blocking your movements. So movement is blocked a bit right now, or choices are blocked a bit right now, or maybe it's blocked because you have so many choices and you don't know which way to go. Or maybe you're deciding, this is the choices you're just deciding between two men. And also the opposing forces, we have the Devil and the Hermit on this side, and then we have the Star and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So you guys are battling if you want to be isolated, or if you want to show your talents and be out in the world. For some of you, and then some of you are having some major inner conflict with yourself, because we have the Five of Wands and then the Queen of Swords in reverse. And then for the outcome, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Moon. So for some of you, you guys are coming in from the cold. There's someone that is trying to help you. So for those of you who have underwent some sort of surgery, there were people there to help you back to recovery and nurture you back to good health. And then for those of you, you are just starting to follow your intuition and to realize that you do have what it takes. So you're coming in from the suffering and the cold. And for others of you, it means that you are loosening up the need to sacrifice for your art. Okay. Now, and for the messages that we have from Spirit, from the oracles, we have from some fairies, we have the Green Woman, and we have She of the Cruach. So the Green Woman, which is number 34. No, it's not. Number 23, yeah. 23, the Green Woman. So the Green Woman, this is how they depict her. Quite funny and playful, very nature-like. Wildness, natural magic, expectant gratitude, untrammeled creativity. So this definitely confirms some of the things that I have said for some of you, for the message for some of you out there. I love oracles. They're like so reassuring. Okay. The Green Woman dances naked in the moonlight and in the sunlight and the shadows as well. She doesn't care what you think of her. She knows her own worth from her experience of life. She is feminine, vital, vegetative force that enables a root to crack stone, the reed to bend in the wind, and the oak to stand against the storm. The graceful slow motion dance of the Green Woman shows us how to release the constraints of artificial rules and limitations and find our true pattern of growth. Each of us, rooted or not, has an inborn pattern of perfection to guide our growth. Earth Mother nurtures us, Sun Father energizes us, storms batter us, and sometimes we must bend before them. Other life preys upon us on one hand and nourishes us and supports us on the other. Within the framework of the real world, we seek our path to realizing our own potential and finding our own fulfillment. The Green Woman reminds us that where the ground is fertile, something will grow. Oh my gosh, this is so great for you, Gemini. It may be nettles or thistles or roses or carrots or sand or birds or peaches, but it will be something because fertile earth never remains empty. She tells us to stay earth, to attend to our own growing ground, keeping it fertile, aerated, and well watered, and to pay attention to what grows there. It is up to us to root out what we don't want within ourselves and to nurture what we do. She also reminds us to count our blessings and deal with our difficulties. A tree grows where the seed falls, as do all of our rooted brothers and sisters. They teach us of the importance of making the best of what comes to us, showing patience and perseverance in adversity. When a plant is thirsty, it can only do limited things to assuage its thirst, like slowly driving its roots deeper in search of water. But mostly it must wait for water to come to it. Although we have legs and can often take action to get what we want, or at least try to, there are some things beyond our reach. There are things we can learn from the Green Woman's example, waiting patiently with an expectant gratitude. Yet, at the same time, she comes to us to take risks, to let new and unfamiliar wild seeds grow, and see what they may become. Watch them closely. Some of them may be miracles waiting to happen in our lives. As we develop our own free and untrammeled creativity, the Green Woman grows within us. So the scenarios in this reading, the Green Woman speaks to us of caring for our growing ground and the physical and satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. This is a time for enhancing the growth of our talents and abilities, a time of blossoming that will bear fruit. It may also be a time of growing maturity and self-confidence. Experience trusting yourself and trusting the process of growth. She also reminds us of material rewarded ahead, the harvest of the seeds we have planted and nurtured. She counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity. Yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we can take is to wait patiently and to keep growing. Wow, that is like so spot on with the message. So I really hope that this definitely reaches some of the Geminis out there that it is supposed to, whether it's your moon sign or your rising sign or your sun sign. And we also have She of the Cruach in reverse. Now the message for She of the Cruach is like he of the fiery sword and all the other singers, she does not have the reverse meaning as such. She fills the universe and is available to all. Reversal here speaks of her archetypal energy blocked or unaccepted by the current or another involved in the issue. Read the cards around her to begin to understand the cause of this. When She of the Cruach is reversed, the question we need to ask ourselves is, how may I free this energy of acceptance and nurturing in my life and allow it to flow through me? So that is it in reverse. So let me just read the up front so you can know. She of the Cruach may indicate a form of pregnancy, a necessary time of nurturing and development. We need to be open to her overflowing grace. She may also indicate a need to allow her nurturing grace to flow through us to others in the form of unconditional love and giving and spiritual healing. She tells us the need for unconditional receiving, of making the best of what we are offered. She also reminds us that unbounded love and grace is ours, just waiting to be accepted. The presence of this card in the reading indicates comfort and nurturing to the clients around it. So yeah, like back to up the basis here, there's a lot of love and a lot of overflowing of love and nurturing and genuine interest in your well-being, or your genuine interest in other people's well-beings, with this Queen of Cups, with this Ace of Cups, with this Nine of Cups, and the Magician, and with the Three of Wands and Three of Swords in reverse. It just shows that there's some sort of healing going on, or some sort of love or unconditional love going on, and maybe some of you may not be aware of it, but it is around you, and please be in tune with it. Or if you may be feeling like you want to love or be loving and be giving or share of your talents, maybe that's what it is. You want to share your talents to the world. You want to give this unconditional love and unconditional show your unconditional artists, whether it's a model, whether it's designing, whether it's an art, whether it's drawing or architect or a singer or a rapper or whatever form of art of your choice, just to give it to the world. Okay. That's the messages from the fairies, and also the messages, the other messages from the fairies. You have practice, 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 and ask for what you want. And this is from the other fairy deck. Okay. We have two fairy decks. One fairy deck is called the F-A-E-R-I, F-A-E-R-Y, and then the other one is the F-A-I-R-Y. Okay? And that is the difference. And the message from the fairy. Okay, yeah, this is the magical message from the fairy. Practice, practice, practice. Spirit wants you to practice. And this also goes in hand with the reading wonderfully. Wow, the oracle cards are so solidifying and reassuring. The fairies love to play musical instruments, and they know that constant practice increases their enjoyment, confidence, and competency. At the same vein, you drew this card because you've asked how to accomplish something. The answer is for you to invest time practicing and working on your goal daily. Even a few minutes will add up to big progress. For example, writing one page a day will lead to a complete book by the end of the year. Push yourself to practice beginning today, okay? Additional meanings for this card, or the scenarios for this card. We have take up a new hobby or skill, join a class to learn something new, open a private practice conducting healing or other one-on-one work, take private lessons to polish your skills. It's time to showcase your talents publicly. Take active steps towards your goal in order to realize your dreams. Okay, yeah, so also maybe some of you are not recovering. Maybe you want to be the one that helps people to recover, or maybe you want to be the one that helps to heal people in some sort of way. That is brilliance, Gemini. If that's the case, then, like this thing says, open up your practice and heal people with those healing hands of yours. And also from the fairies, we have, they tell you to ask for what you want. Okay? Let the universe and other people know what you need. All right? Use that wonderful communication energy that you was blessed with from being born under the sign of Gemini. Use that mercurial energy. This card serves as a reminder of the importance of asking for your desires. The universe is much like a restaurant, and that you need to put in order to before anything that can happen. Your current situation calls for action on your part. First, spend time clarifying your desires. Then, tell the universe clearly what you want. You can always qualify your request with prayer, this or something better, so that you don't unwittingly limit yourself. However, you do need to make a clear decision about your desires. Be honest with the people in your life. Tell the universe what you want. Write a list of your desires. Have a heart-to-heart talk with someone you're in a relationship with about your needs, boundaries, and expectations. Ask others to help you, and accept that aid when it's offered. Expect a positive outcome, and your expectations will be rewarded. That's the messages from the fairies. And then last but not least, the messages from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like so in love with oracles, and I think that they're so informative and very helpful. Okay. So from the Wisdom of the Oracle, the card that popped out when I shuffled was the Observer. Okay. Where are you, motherfuckers? Okay. The Observer. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Here you have a fox. I don't like how these cards, every time I put the cards up close, you can't even see them. So you have a fox. I'm looking in a stethoscope, microscope. I think I'm saying the right words. Just bear with me. So you have observer. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify their feelings with experiences, so much so they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. This is highlighting and reassuring the fact that I was talking about your social anxiety that you may have right now, or you're scared to maybe release some sort of project or release your talents to the world. Okay, and if this is a relationship message for some of you, it's talking about sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear the thing when a person says another. You hear one thing when a person says another. Sorry. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to a higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. And you will find things much more improved sooner than you knew. And the prosperity message, for those of you who are thinking about career or business life, it is an advantageous time for you to get some distance from what you're doing and see your work and your projects from a different perspective. The trick is to connect to the essence of your goals and aspirations while letting the form and timing be dictated by spirit. You may be too personally attached to an outcome and unable to see the miracle because it's not turning out exactly as you planned. Trust spirit. The perfect version of your abundance is right in front of you. Remain neutral and curious and watch the miracle unfold. Drum roll, please. That's it for Geminis. I love you guys and enjoy the rest of August. Peace.